It's always important. It's important to look good. I look good. I look real good. Hey everybody, come see how good I look. the legend, the legend of Ron Burgundy, Anchorman. Bells and whistles. G'day. Hi, Brian. I have the bells and whistles and green tea. It's not too early. It's 11:45 Georgia time. Here we are. Here we are, face to face, a couple of silver spoons. What are you doing today? I don't know. My mother's taking a nap right now, so I'm going to let her do that. She needs all the sleep she can get. We all need all the sleep we can get. I hope everyone's in a good mood. I like when I'm in a good mood. I like when people around me are in a good mood. It's all about attitude. Happy time. Have you joined the Top Hat Club? I'm calling it the Top Hat Club. All you have to do is subscribe. Happy days! Happy days! Whoa. That was Fonzarelli. When that show first started, Fonzie belonged to a gang. I guess leader of a gang. Google. I made please share with friends, family. I'm on Softly Heart. Apple Music. Pandora. Oh, so you're doing a plug. You're doing a plug on my show. Telling people about to Google Geo Next Gen, LOL, plug on his channel. Not cool, haha. No plugging. That's right. Don't plug away. But you know what? Sometimes you gotta sneak one in there. Like that guy, I think it was the Super Bowl. It was the guy who jumped out onto the playing field and ran around with some kind of an advertisement on his person. Yo, man. Welcome to Eddie's Funhouse. That's right. My mom's getting a call. These walls are paper thin. You've seen Office Space, haven't you? I didn't get my piece of cake. I didn't get my. Well, Milton, make sure everyone else has a piece. That always makes me laugh. That character. I've been looking for my stapler. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take that. That was all based on people Mike Judge was had seen or heard. Like Hank Hill. Hank Hill was based on one of his neighbors. It's funny how people have funny voices. People in his life. Beavis and Butthead was based on school people or people who were in his class. A cop actually asked him to do a voice. You're all having a good time? Mike Judge based Beavis on and Butthead of my actual friend. Yeah, and now teaches. Isn't that interesting? Him and his buddies that hung out at the gas station. Yeah, kind of like Barney Fife. No, who was that? Gomer Pyle. Yeah, they were all at a gas station outside of DFW. Wow, we're hatching up memories now. What I like are the ad-libbed or the bloopers that stay in the movie. I like watching those. The one that stands out was when Leonardo DiCaprio cut himself. He slapped the table and broke a glass. Feed your cat McDonald's. Have you ever seen that movie? There was a whole documentary about a guy who lived on nothing but McDonald's. I think it was called Super Size Me. That guy was very unhealthy. He had some doctor checking his vitals. All he ate. And then he tried to live on minimum wage. That guy passed away, I heard. I forgot his name. He did quite a few documentaries. He did one where he went to jail. Kind of like Ernest P. Worrell. The best blooper for me was when Walter is bashing the car. Lebowski, yeah, and he slides the broken piece on the street. Dude, I'm going live off McDonald's. You're gonna live off McDonald's now? That stuff will clog your arteries. Yeah, Morgan, that's right. He was the dude. The Lebowski. There was a guy dressed as the Big Lebowski for Halloween. Food, folks, and fun. Wasn't that their slogan? And then have it your way. Have it your way. Bro, go the big squirts. The Tijuana two steps. Big squirts. You know what? The fries, when they're hot off the grill, food, folks, and runs. I like humor. Have it your way, have it your way. At McDonald's, before it was the Ronald McDonald, the hamburger happy clown. You should look up some of those commercials. They're very odd and weird. Ronald McDonald looked nothing like the way he looks now. He could make he could make hamburgers appear. That was one of his he was a magical happy clown. McDonald's has, yes it does. Michael Keaton did a story. He was in a movie about McDonald's, how it started out. Jameson Whiskey. Have you heard that song, I like beer, it makes me a jolly good fellow. Whiskey's too rough, champagne costs too much. That's one of the reasons I like beer. That's the best I can remember the song. It makes me feel mellow. Hey, Rodolfo, welcome. It's funny, LOL looks like one of those Imperial fighters. If you ever look at LOL, doesn't look like an Imperial fighter. I remember, what's the word? What's the word? The word up. No matter how you say it, you know that you'll be heard. Tell your brother, your sister, and your mother too. Is that the song? Got a weird thing to show you. If you ever watched that video, the guy who was in Star Trek, the guy who played Kunta Kinte in Roots, he's in that video. Thunderbird. Remember the Fabulous Thunderbirds? It's funny, they used puppets and they used real hands. That's the song, but I mean the commercials. Thunderbird Booze. Thunderbird Booze. Okay, I've never heard of Thunderbird Booze. I remember the Schlitz malt liquor bull. The bull would chase people around. Lauren Burton. As in, yeah, and Mick Vodka. It's like that. Lever. What's the word? Thunderbird whiskey. Grey Goose is another one. Grey Goose was another alcoholic beverage. There was a girl I knew who liked Grey Goose. Thunderbird is a cheap wine. Okay, it's a cheap wine. Get yourself some cheap wine. Thunderbird was marked to the outside. Oh yeah, paper bags. Yeah, there we go. The paper bag drinkers. That sounds like the paper bag drinkers. Sounds like an old blues group. Kids wings drink it. Yeah, they said, what's the word? Okay, wow. What's the word? Thunderbird. Wine O's. Remember they always talked on Sanford and Son? When you watch Sanford and Son, they talk about winos. A wino. And then there was Woody the Wino. I think he was in that show. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. There was only one white guy. He was the officer that was very out of touch. He didn't know the slang. Red Fox, that's right. He was the original Pawn Star, that's right. Him and Aunt Esther. He would always insult Aunt Esther. Just the one, yep, the one white guy. Yeah, you ever think about that? He was the police officer that I guess that was his precinct. Fred Sanford talked Ripple. Sounds like my mom's talking in her sleep. I want to videotape my mom sometimes. It's kind of funny to listen to the things she says. I loved Aunt Esther. Oh, have glory. Didn't they try to start the Silver Foxes? Silver Foxes. Have glory. She was a Bible thumper. Oh, yeah. And then there was Grady. Grady. They were all just a bunch of old black guys. He would always call his son Dummy. You dummy. Him and Pat Morita. Remember Mr. Miyagi? Him and Pat Morita were friends. They did stand-up together. Pat Morita was pretty funny. If you ever watch his interviews. Mr. Miyagi. Son the floor. Wax on. Wax off. Those are pretty good. There was a Karate Kid 1 and 2. Karate Kid 2, I guess he went to Japan. Bobby, are you talking about my son Bobby? Speaking of comedy, rest in peace. Yes, Jim Varney. He was the, you know what I mean, Vern? AKA Boogie Warrell. That's right. He made a lot of movies. It was Ernest Goes to Jail, Ernest Halloween. He was a dedicated, he was the best. John L. Sullivan, your super discount dealer. I guess cigarettes are what killed him. Let's see. Hold on a second. Let's see. No, Theo Vaughn. When he said, "Oh, Bobby in the samurai voice." Okay, we were talking about him yesterday. So we got El Grant, El Gart. Hello, Captain. Welcome. Let's see. He was highly trained Shakespearean actor. You know what? A lot of people are. I think Tim Curry and yeah, a lot of people who were in acting. Stupid smoking. You know what? People can't. They say nicotine is harder to quit than cocaine. Paige was a good friend of Red Fox from grade school. He was burlesque dancer. When I think burlesque, I think Benny Hill. Remember Benny Hill? He was in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. He does a cameo in there. He's the toy maker, I guess. Jim Varney didn't get that. Yeah, that recognition. I know. He had a Saturday morning show also. Hi there. I love you. There we go. He's a little late to the show, but Grandma Daisy. Yeah, I remember him. He was on Hee Haw. Really? I didn't know that. I searched the world over and thought I found true love. You met another and you were gone. Johnny Cash, yes. You can have it all, my empire of dirt. He owned that song. You know, well he was most. I think he made that song better. I cut myself today to see if I still hurt or something like that. Johnny Cash, the Man in Black. He was in Little House on the Prairie a couple of times. Phil Harris performance of Smoke. Yeah, on Johnny Cash's show. Yeah, I have some. There was one show with Andy Kaufman. He had a guy who sang, "I remember you when the angels asked me to recall the thrill of it all." That song was on House of a Thousand Corpses. I remember you. He sang it at a high tenor, or high octave. I remember. Great movie, yes. What's the matter, kid? Don't you like clowns? Don't we make you laugh? Andy, that's right. I like when he did the bongos. That was always funny. He went, "Thank you very much. Thank you very much." Andy Kaufman. Him and Jerry Lawler were good friends. And it was funny. If you ever watch Tony Clifton, I'm going to have to put, I know it's in one of my lives. I put a link to that show. Ever watch? I did. I went to watch Man on the Moon. Jerry Lawler, the real Jerry Lawler, was in that movie. They said he got out of hand a couple of times. He would come as Tony Clifton. One time they brought to his attention Andy Kaufman. They videotaped Tony Clifton, and then showed it to Andy. Ever watch? Yeah. That song was about him. If you believe they put a man on the moon. Eddie, are you goofing on Elvis? Hey, baby, Are you losing touch? They sing a lot of good songs. I got my spine and I got my orange crush. We are agents of the free, coming in fast over me. Yeah, REM. That's who sings those. Old memories. Yeah, that was the amazing song. Loved it. There was, yeah, you gotta watch the videos. The videos is part of the art. The one I really like is Dope Hat. You ever watch the video? Marilyn Manson's Dope Hat. They play on the Willy Wonka ride, the tunnel ride. My big top tricks will always make you happy. But we all know the hat is wearing me. Fail to see the tragic. Dope show, that's right. The rabbit's just a monkey in the sky. It's got the monkey with the tambourine, not tambourine, the little cymbals. That was in Monkey Shines, wasn't it? There's a lot of, what are those called? Those are Stephen King movies. Pet Cemetery, Needful Things. He always takes you, one of my favorites was Dreamcatcher. You ever watch Dreamcatcher? That was pretty gruesome. You ever watch that whole movie? I done it. That's right. It's always about psychic abilities. Have you ever noticed that? Firestarter. It's about pyrokinesis. He was big into that psychic stuff. The guy loses his car keys and he does some kind of spiral. That stuff's proven by the CIA. The Gateway experience. That declassified CIA stuff. I would have loved to learn that stuff in high school. Drew Barrymore. That's right, she was a fire starter. She was also in Cat's Eyes. Remember Cat's Eyes? Because seeing it was, and not scary, but when you can't see it necessarily, it's more scary. Yeah, you know what I've noticed in school? They don't like you to daydream. They don't want you to, you're marked when you start to daydream. Daydream, I think, is part of our psychic abilities. You know, like that astral projection. That's right. Yes, we're Tommy Knockers. Tommy Knockers is kind of like that. That's right. How can you have any pudding if you don't eat your meat? If you don't eat your meat, you can't have any pudding. How can you have any pudding if you don't eat your meat? When we grew up and went to school, there were certain teachers who hurt the children any way they could. Have you seen Pink Floyd The Wall? That's a pretty mind-bending piece of art. Another unrated movie, The Wall. That's right. Hey, teacher, leave those kids alone. Yes, great minds. Who do you think people dream while they are in? I don't know. It's almost like they're in blackout mode. That'd be interesting to know. Do people astral project? Do people go see their ancestors when they're in a coma? Some say chemically induced comas. We think alike. Yes, we do. How about that? We found kindred. A kindred spirit. Some say they do, some say nothing. Yeah. That's one hell of a vacation. You just lay there, they turn you over a couple of times so you don't get bed sores. I astral project to the landfill once. I don't know why I was there. Yeah, why are you in the landfill? What are you doing? Landfill. We used to go to a place called the Dump. It was the Dump. We'd go walking through there and find things people threw away. To find throwaway. Yeah, Bitcoin. That's one thing I wish I could do. I wish I can go back in time, put all my money on Bitcoin. Bitcoin is crazy expensive now. Just one share of Bitcoin. You could retire on that. And Amazon, I think it would have been a good idea to invest. That's what you got to do. You got to be a time traveler. If you're an investor, go back in time. Buy yourself some Bitcoin. And leave the driving to us. Yeah. You ever watch those metal detector videos? People with metal detectors? They find things that are just amazing. How they can be in the right place at the right time to find a bunch of Roman coins. Facts. The road was open for me ahead of surf and trash. Bagged mountains to find my treasures. Have you seen that island? There's an island that's, people have been going to this island to try to get treasure that's protected by booby traps. All these water floods and everything, kind of like the Goonies. Those pirates were quite intelligent to think of ways to protect their treasure with booby traps. Booby traps! Yeah, that's right, booby traps. Sounds like an island we might... That's right. Talking about. That's right. I'll have to remember what they called that island. And then there's Mel's Hole. Remember Mel's Hole? They found a hole somewhere and they were putting cameras down there. They were trying to figure out... starts with an E. Yeah. That's what we could do. We can put our heads together. Do some research. I need a research team. I'll be like Zach Bagans. I want to go to that museum he has. You have to sign a waiver to go into that museum. Boys are there. Yeah. Hi, I'm Chris Hansen from Dateline ABC. Why don't you have a seat over there? Young boys. A lot of movies, I wonder what was on their minds when they were making certain movies. That poor lady that was in Goonies, that older lady, she was also on Planes. No, Throw Mama from the Train. That lady had cancer, and she was going through cancer during her filming. Pinocchio! Why did Geppetto want a real boy? Geppetto! Maybe he was infertile. But Geppetto! He was an Italian. I was watching a movie about that. Hi! Alarm. Let's see. Because it's his name. Pedo. That's right. It's in his name. Geppetto. He wanted a little boy. I'm a real boy. What's funny is Peter Pan, wasn't he played by Sandy Duncan? That's another weird thing. Geppetto. It's in the name. No, let's not make fun of Geppetto. I'm a real... Yeah, I already read that. That's what the fairy was trying to do. The fairy godmother appeared... Hold on a second. They took boys to an island, and the guy in the bar whispers, "Sinister things." That's right. You know, Jim Brewer, he was talking about that in one of his interviews. Go look into it. Indian entity is here. Well, hello there. LOL. Hold on a second. That's not a good story. I know. The Island of Lost Boys, or wasn't that called? Alice in Wonderland was written by a guy who was interested in a young girl. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? What are the motives? Let's look into the motives, shall we? Yeah. No, not the island. The Island of Lost Boys. That was Peter Pan, right? They were called the Lost Boys. And he would start fights with the pirates so that he could thin the herd. If he didn't like it when people got old. Peter Pan. Who was a girl? Yeah. It's interesting what's acceptable and what's no longer acceptable. That reminds me of Beldar Conehead. I find you unacceptable. Transgender Peter Pan. played by a female in the live. I've noticed that in the live roles. Peter Pan. Pan was a bender of reality, according to Greek myth. His scream, Pan's scream would send terror into the enemies. He was alive back when the fight with the Titans was deaf, not good. Yeah. Let's see. Who is Peter Pan? Read the book. There is a book called, I'm pretty sure, the title is Peter Pan. I don't know if it's been translated into Hindi. There's a lot of books you have to wait for the translations in order to really get the concept. Yeah. Skull Island. Isn't that where King Kong lives? King Kong lives on Skull Island. He's not just Kong, he's King Kong. King Kong. He was done by Harryhausen. He did the stop motion for the original black and white King Kong. I'm pretty sure that was him. Or he was at least motivated or inspired by. He did a lot of work back in the 60s and 70s. He did Jason and the Argonauts. I should put that in the description. I have the documentary that talks about Ray Harryhausen. That's a dedicated artist there to do each little, I think every 30 frames. I did some of that. Varney does Ace about talking to King Kong. Oh yeah. Let's see. Is in his family album. Okay. Huh. Family album special. I have a lot of documentaries. I'm going to have to post some of them. You got to look at my, what are these called? 1983 family album. Let's talk on religion. I know that Hindu is the oldest religion. I just recently was told that. You could probably trace a lot of religions back to Hindu. Also, Hermes Trismegistus. If you ever listen to the Hermetic principles, Hermetic order, I think that's the Golden Dawn. Religion. Religion and God, I think, are two separate things. Those who know God, they have a different take. Yeah. People who have had near-death experiences. What's your opinion on Islam? That's not a very old religion. It was Muhammad wrote the Quran, right? He was considered a prophet, and I'll have to look up when it started. Yes, I have to. Okay, be right back. I think my mom is awoken from her nap. I'll have to see how she's feeling. How you feeling, Ma? I think that's what I'll do. I'll take like a break, and then maybe we'll see about starting this up again. I guess I caught you all at a good time. We're having some interesting conversations. I like interesting. Let's keep it interesting. Eddie's Funhouse is a funhouse of the mind. It's in the title. All right. 5 likes, thank you. Peace out. I guess I will. Yeah, let me do that. We have some things to do today. We're going to get all our ducks in a row. And when I come back on, we can resume. We'll call it part 2. Thank you all for coming by. Leave your likes. Leave your appreciations. Greetings and appreciations. What meal did you have? I had breakfast. For breakfast, I had eggs, sausage, and toast. That's usually what I have. Nothing. Well, it's good. It's a good way to start the day. They say breakfast is the most important part of the day, but the most important meal of the day. I'm starting to think like Willy Wonka. Wait a minute. Strike that. Reverse it. Think like Willy Wonka. We are the music makers, and we are the dreamers of the dreams. My dear lady, do you drink tea? I like tea. Represented right here. My green tea. Green tea. They say it's very good for you. Gets rid of your toxins. Okay. That's what we'll do. I guess we'll resume this synergy, this chemistry. Hillbro. Oh, hi, bro. Hi there. Hi, bro. Hi, bro electric. So I guess we'll do that. We're going to do all of our things, get our ducks in a row. Quack, quack, quack. Quack, quack. Aflac. That was Gilbert Godfrey's voice. He recently died too. So many people are dying nowadays. We think life is going to go on forever until we don't go on forever anymore. What's your opinion on war in Israel and Gaza? It's nothing new. If you want my opinion, how old are you? People always ask me that. How old are you? Well, I am 60. No, I'm not 60. 56 years old right now. But who knows? Who knows how old I'll get? When I come back, maybe I'll be a lot older. You should watch some of my earlier lives. You'll see my progressive aging. The aging in progress. This aging is now in progress. Are you married? No, I'm not married. It's odd. I'm one of those people. I'm one of those people who were selected to not be married. My brothers are both married. But me, for some reason, didn't quite get it. Didn't quite get the memo. Okay, everybody. 56-year-old man with child. That's right. I am a 56-year-old man with a child's heart. I'm an overgrown child. Did you hear that? My mom was watching a TV show and she said, that kid needs to be slapped. She's old school, my mom. She believes in that. Eat your meat. If you don't eat your meat, you can't have any pudding. All right. I guess I can say goodbye for now. I don't know how to say goodbye. That's why I kind of stifle. I stifle when it comes to goodbyes. Thank you for the 3 people that are here, the 5 likes. I guess we'll do this again. I don't know how to say goodbye, so I'll say it. I'll say it. I don't know how to say it, but I'll just say it. Goodbye for now. You're welcome, and have a good day.